Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Tonight, with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building, it's a battle to raise it at midfield between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, well, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries, right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win in just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet catch as those Giants shocked the Patriots in their perfection. And that lesser-known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
Jason Myers.
It's time to crown a champion. We are officially away in the Super Bowl. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Bringing him out as the MVP runner-up from last season. Took the step into superstar status in year 2 here in the NFL. It's Drake May.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness, but I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
This is going to be good for a new set of downs. In the end, about 16 yards on that play.
Kind of seems to me like somebody was just kind of waiting for prime time. Brought his best out with the very first carry and got us off and running.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. May has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down right after making that catch. A good gain, but the tackle limits it to 9.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on second. On play action, here's May. And the defense making a play on this opening series. That one is knocked away, and that brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any question about it. You can see right from the jump here, the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively looking for that impact play.
Made out a throw on 3rd. Making the call himself. And they're going to bring him down, but 8 was enough. They got what they needed. 1st down coming.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st down from the 42. Here's May to the air. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10.
It's a gain of
A big play in the big game. 31 yards.
1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom.
Ooh, Mike McDonald not liking what he saw. The challenge flags hit the field.
The previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Mike McDonald pleading his case, but to no avail. Calling the field stands. They'll come up on 1st and 10. It's Henderson on the give. Nearly a first down, nearly a touchdown here, but neither, as he's taken down just short of the 2. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Already we're seeing the mind games they can play with personnel. You talk about this all the time, Brock. Looked like a passing set. Left them some room on the ground.
10, 11, heck, even 20 personnel, doesn't matter. Offensively, you get to dictate the terms. Kind of like those pitchers and catchers that once in a while will pitch backwards. Keep your opponent off guard. Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Made a throw it. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. They'll try it now with Stevenson. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. Bringing him out, a 9th-year pro who helped lead his team to the promised land last season. Here's Sam Darnold.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. But I think this is one of those moments that you just go back in that backyard as a kid and you close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. And he's got a chunk here, about 14 yards before the stop is made. First down coming up.
That has got to be so demoralizing for that defense. You pin them back. It's a terrible field position to run the ball, but they run it right down your throat and move the chains. That stings.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold to throw. That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. And give him about 4. Nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Leads it again to Smith and Jigba. And they're going to have the first down. Nice chunk of yards there. Give them about 17 of them.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. They send a man in motion. Darnold looking to throw. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
That is not easy to do in this league. Consecutive, chunk, explosive plays through the air. This defense is reeling. They're on their heels.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On first down, this is Charbonnet. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Throwing on second, Darnold. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. The stop is made. Defense drives him out after a gain of about 13. And that's good for a Seattle first down.
A gain of 13
That whole operation right there, Kate, delivered with conviction. Passes have to be if you want to pick up first downs and keep the drive on schedule.
Darnold's on 1st and 10. And he has started his game perfect, connecting on all 4 passes after that last one. Charbonnet now up the middle. Still has room inside the 15. And he has it all the way down to the 8. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
First and goal.
So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Back now for the second quarter, and the Seahawks, they have got to look towards the end zone. 1st and goal, here's Charbonnet. And he's going to run this in. Touchdown, Seattle. Zach Charbonnet scoring there to end an 8-play drive. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect 1-for-1.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Patriots, nothing.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Travion Henderson. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Patriot offense headed back out as we take a look at offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels. McDaniels, of course, a fixture here with the Pats as a coordinator. This is his 3rd stint, 15th total year in that role. He's won 6 Super Bowls with the franchise and nearly got a 7th last season in his first year back with them. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. And a nice little run there, gets him 5. 2nd down upcoming.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. May now. Fights off the pressure. He's keeping it. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that gives the Patriots a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Trying an inside give to Henderson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. And in the middle of all that chaos and traffic, look at that. It was their safety who ran in to clean that up.
Yeah, with their size and where they come from on the field, it's pretty cool. They love those opportunities to blitz, kind of hide behind their defenders and their peers, and then go finish the tackle.
On 2nd down, May. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing is May. Finds him over the middle. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short, so expect a punt coming up here on 4th down.
8-yard gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And this will work out. They scrape together 4 yards there on 4th and 2. They've got 1st and 10.
Okay, you and I are not too old to remember a time where this used to almost be a debate. Do you come in, bring on the special teams, and punt it? Not in today's NFL. And the numbers tell you so often to go for it, and when you execute like they just did, they'll more than likely go for it again later in the game.
May off the play fake. Catch is made down the right sideline. He stopped, finally, after a gain of almost 30. And that is a Patriots 1st down.
That's another.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Anderson's going to take this straight ahead. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's May. From the pocket, looking for a target. And this is through the end zone and incomplete. Looked like he was just getting rid of that one, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, here's May. Drops back. Leonard Williams. And now it's going to be 4th and 13. Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. So now on 4th down, Andres Borregalis leading the Pats field goal team out for a try. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Borregalis connects, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Seahawks and Zach Charbonnet ready for another go on offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. First call here coming from the shotgun. Darnold. And this will wind up incomplete, so the failure to connect brings up 2nd down.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they've just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
This one up to about the 27-yard line. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis.
To Cooper Kupp.
Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. To throw, here's Darnold. And no luck, that's incomplete, and that means it is fourth down.
I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25.
The
Patriots offense all set to go. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Starting out trips right here. First and 10. Henderson to open the drive. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's going to get this one ahead for what looks to be about 20 yards, maybe even a little more, and that first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. May looking to throw. He's running with it. And he'll go down here. Covers up nicely after a gain of 7. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Second and 3 now. Operating from the gun, here's May. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up third down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. May now from the gun. Past the line, he's going to run for it. We're going to slow him up here after 4, maybe 5 yards. And it's going to be first down New England.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. From the gun, it's May. To the outside and caught by Brown. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. Now it's Andres Borregales to try the Patriots field goal. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. So they'll decline this and take the result. So that is 2 quarters in the books here at Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Now over to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Now Borregales on to send it away. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Seahawks and Zach Charbonnet ready for another go on offense. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Second half starting off with a run by Charbonnet. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's second down.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Motioning the tight end now. On second down, a run with Charbonnet. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Darnold with it on 3rd and short. Dumped off to his running back. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it, it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Michael Dixon will kick it away. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. The Patriots and Travion Henderson back out there for their next series. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. The give now to Henderson. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Sticking with Henderson. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it can be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
They're going to pick up 12 yards on the play, Brock. That's going to set them up with a first down.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
First down from the 42. The give inside to Stevenson. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tyrese Knight on that tackle. Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And that's good for a gain of 5. Byron Murphy there to make the play.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. May. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th-rounder Bryce Baringer to do the honors. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. The Seahawks and Zach Charbonnet ready for another go on offense. And through 2 quarters, Brock, it has been the defenses directing the pace of this game. Both offenses, got the same message during halftime. Switch things up, guys. Switch it up.
Yeah, that's not a pleasant message. It's such a dichotomy sometimes in that locker room at halftime, especially when one side of the ball is doing their job and you're not. These offenses got to get it going.
Starting this one out with Charbonnet. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Here's Darnold. That's Smith and Jigba on the quick slant. And this gain almost goes all the way for that 1st down. He gets it up to the 26.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
On 3rd down, they're going with Charbonnet. And he'll have him 4 and the 1st down as he's brought to a stop.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Darnold on the play action. It's caught. Barner. He's brought down. Play goes for, it looks like, about 11 yards. And that's going to be a Seahawks 1st down. Hard to believe, but just 1 quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's the Seahawks in front as they sense a 2nd title is within their reach. First down from the 42. Now a give to Charbonnet, coming right. Good work by this offense as they get about 20 on the play before the defense stops them. And that gives the Seahawks a 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Play fake, Darnold. Hauled in by Arroyo on the right side. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
There is so much on the plate with linebackers in today's game, running sideline to sidelines, covering deep, but in this case, yeah, making a sure tackle on a big tight end behind the line.
Actually wound up losing a yard on that completion, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 now. Now Darnold. Barner with a grab. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Throwing here, Darnold. And this won't even get back to the line, Brock. Hit erased any chance of that one. It's incomplete, 4th down. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much, but it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them the lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Kate, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
Kickoff for Seattle.
Fielded by Henderson. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Patriots running their offense out there. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Here's made in the air. He'll get it complete to Travion Henderson. Down here after a gain of about 14 yards, it looks like. That's going to give them the first.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
10 at the 41-yard line.
So 1st down from the 41. The pitch to Stevenson. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Here's May on 2nd. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2, it could have gone the other way.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Made a throw it. Look at that power, deep left side. And that one is incomplete. They both went up for it, but neither guy could bring it in. 4th down coming up. Well, they're caught in that vicious cycle, Brock. They're losing partially because of the struggles they've had throwing the ball, but because they are losing, they got to keep throwing it and risking these contested lanes.
I've said to you once, I've said to you a million times, coordinator's job is to get you open, right? My job is to get you a one-on-one, and your job
is to win.
And they're not doing it.
Takes it in at the 21. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Seahawks offense running out now. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Charbonnet. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. A few outcomes better than that for an offense protecting a lead in this 4th quarter.
Can I be honest with you for a second, Kate?
Please do, yeah.
I think a lot of my negative grades in the run game was because in moments like this, I wanted to watch the action. I didn't want to carry out my fake. I wanted to see that kind of movement at the line of scrimmage. That was awesome.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Price. He's going to be taken down here, but not before the play gets him 12 big yards and a 1st down. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. First down from the 42. There's a shotgun give to Price. Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on 1st down. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Charbonnet now up the middle. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And understandably, they're happy to just let this clock run down to our 2-minute warning. Seahawks holding a 4-point lead. 5 men in the secondary now for the Pats. 3rd down. On the counter, it's Charbonnet. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Well, running it was a long shot, right? We all knew that. And even with that small pickup, still a few yards away from moving those chains.
And I don't mind the run call. I really don't. Those can be very effective in those situations. But that defense, they were up for it, and they hit it before it got started.
An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. Got all of it, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Fielded by Henderson. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. Now, they've run into the wall quite a few times, Brock, and like walls tend to do, it hasn't moved. No luck in getting the ground game established. Probably part of the reason why this offense is still searching for its first touchdown.
What's that quote you learned at Cal? About insanity?
Which one? There's so many.
Doing the same thing over and over, but expecting different results. They've tried.
That's the one.
I mean, bless their hearts. They've tried to pound the football on the ground, but the results haven't changed. This front stops them every time, and it sure kept a lot of points off the board.
Oh, I see you, partner. Setting up to pass. Left side, backs there, caught! And this is across midfield and into enemy territory.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here he is to throw. This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
That incompletion right there, Kate, it does stop the clock, and it gives you a chance. A chance to get in that huddle, regroup, and make sure you just fire your best shots here down the stretch.
Less than 40 seconds to work with. Here comes 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw it. Pressure's going to get there, and he goes down. Byron Murphy. And that sets up an extremely difficult 3rd now and 17.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
That one's cut along the left sideline. He's going to be encouraged to that sideline. Gain of about 18. And that gives the Patriots a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back. 2nd down coming up.
QB took a chance right there, and he nearly paid dearly for it. You know, that's one of those situations, Kate, that if you're going to put the ball in harm's way, you got to make sure it's your guy or nobody's guy.
Back to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this will not be caught. So their last chance heave to the end zone ends up on the ground. This game's over. And once again, the NFL world runs through Seattle. The Seahawks go back-to-back as Super Bowl champions. Well, Brock, they are the 3rd team to repeat since the turn of the century. But the way that these Hawks, the way that they have done it, feels different to the Chiefs and Patriots teams of this era, right? And the folks celebrating on the field right now, and back in that city you and I both know and love of Seattle, they would not have done it any other way.
We have had the fortune of being close, as you said, and kind of feeling this whole thing and process and understanding that it is about culture. It always is. Culture always wins, but they don't just talk it, they walk it.
And their story ends at the top of the NFL, holding the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions.